That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us, and next week, this commercial could be yours.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right.
Affiliate coverage with the MHSAA NFHS network. We're live from Forest Hills Central High School, just about a little east of Grand Rapids. Charles Strail, Christian Swinsicki, and Jack Cordy on the call for tonight's game between the Gaylord Blue Devils and the Forest Hills Central Rangers. We're paying respects here to our country on Veterans Day here. We're going to send it down to live game audio for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner.
As the McDonald Osmer American Legion Post 451 raise the flag, and we proudly sing our national anthem.
All right, there we go. Star Spangled Banner on Veterans Day. Jack Cordy, Christian Swinsicki, and Charles Strail here. Want to give a big shout out to that professional seamless gutter sideline camera for all those tuning in. A lot of watch parties going around the state of Michigan, whether you're in Grand Rapids or up in Gaylord watching at the Pine Squirrel or wherever you're tuning in from. We thank you for making us a part of your Friday night here. And, well, gentlemen, we're getting down to the point where it's just the best of the best remaining in the state. Technically the Elite Eight right now in high school football Division III. And as we see a meeting at midfield of each team's captains, let's talk about our keys to the first quarter for both teams.
I mean, like Jack said, if you're Gaylord, you're trying to burn that clock off. And if you're for Forest Hill, you're trying to get Gaylord off the field as fast as possible because you want to get out there and be aggressive. And that's what Forest Hill Central wants to be, is aggressive. And with that air raid offense, I'm not sure if Gaylord has seen anything like that thus far this season. If you're Gaylord's
going to have their biggest test not only in their scheme on defense, but also, I mean, just looking at Forest Hills warming up, they've got some beasts on their field. Their linemen are looking good. They've got some athletes. Gaylord on the other side can do the same. We got a great game of football coming ahead here, Christian.
You're right, Jack, and I'm truly excited. I want to see some good football. This is the culmination of what we've been waiting for all year.
We're going to need a big game from Caleb Bunk, so we should say something about Gaylord. I don't know about Forest Hills, but for Gaylord, they've got 13 seniors. A lot of them start. A lot of them play both ways. Gaylord right now, they have tied their record for wins in a season since 2002, so if they win this one, they will break that record. I should also mention the winner of this game plays the winner of Parma Western and Zeeland West. I believe they play tomorrow, Christian. Or do they play tonight? Not totally sure, but either way, both teams 2 wins away from Ford Field. And for Gaylord as well, Coach Shimoniak, in only his 4th season for Gaylord, he is 4th on the all-time record for wins as a head coach. So, nice job, Coach Shimoniak.
And I'm sitting here counting down. It looks like we're looking at over 20 seniors for Forest Hill Central, according to this roster sheet that we have, which is an extraordinarily high amount, considering that this is high school football.
And here we go. Back deep, Hudkins for the Rangers. He's going to range over and let that one go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. A legal procedure penalty marker comes out there. So the Rangers will set up shop with very good field position on their opening drive of the game. Not what you want to see on the opening kickoff for Connor Byram and the Blue Devils. So early on, Blue Devils will be handing over some very good field position to the Rangers.
One thing I do like about this field, Jack and Charles, is that on both sides of the field, there is a play clock on both ends. And also, just hearing it for the first time, hearing a referee with a microphone on that's attached to the PA system.
By far the nicest field and stadium we've been to yet, Christian.
Absolutely.
Want to talk a little bit about senior quarterback Mason McDonald. He'll be calling the shots and running the show this evening for the Forest Hills Rangers. He's got his big back in the pistol formation, J.T. Hartman, 2 receivers to the top. 1 man in motion. He's going to hand to Hartman from the pistol. He picks his way out for a gain of 6 yards, and he makes his way to the Ranger 41-yard line on that first down carry.
Good open hole right up the middle for Forest Hill Central to start it off. Unable to see who was there on the tackle, but even though they have an air raid offense, they can definitely put it on the ground.
And yes, folks, that is also a digital ball marker on the sticks.
Oh, it is. Some of that.
I haven't seen that yet.
Rangers come up to the line with trips to the bottom of the screen. 2nd and a short 4. There's a completion across midfield. Guess who? Ty Hudkins. He's out into Blue Devil territory for a first down for the Rangers.
Hudkins with his first catch of the night. I'm assuming we're going to see him with a lot more by the time this game's over.
McDonald, a good decision right there. He had a post right there, and then he just checked down to his curl route. Nice pickup for an easy first down.
Yeah, we'll see how Gaylord wants to play this passing offense of Forest Hills Central. Blue Devils so far coming out showing 4 down defensive linemen.
Stack wide receivers on both sides.
Yep, a very strange formation. They motion Richardson to an H-back position. It's a quarterback keeper, and gaining about 7 is McDonald, and that'll set him up with a second.
They had a big hole right there in the middle. Max Richardson leading the way. Nice job by McDonald following his blocks.
I mean, as what we've seen so far, Max Richardson looking like he's everything what the Stanford commit that he is. He's a big body out there, plays tight end, plays linebacker. Remind you of anyone?
Baby Gronk, maybe?
I was going to say Pretzloff.
Oh, okay. Here, this time they go in an empty formation for McDonald, motioning Hudkins. That was a lateral as Hudkins gets brought down on the sideline. Nice play made by Russell Hush, limiting Hudkins to about a 1-yard gain and to bring up the first third down of the evening.
Yeah, trying to get your playmaker in space. Hudkins obviously one to watch for, as he had kind of the swing pass that led to a screen. However, he comes off the field. Or no, that was not Hudkins off the field.
I think they're checking to a Wildcat formation here with McDonald out of.
Yeah.
Well,
we saw this in warm-ups.
Mason McDonald came off the field here.
Yeah, they're going to direct snap this one to Hartman more than likely. They send one receiver up to the far screen. That's Brendan Cargill. And an audible being called.
3 seconds left in the
by first and 10 from the Gaylord 34-yard line. Motion McDonald. He didn't get set. He got a completion, though, at the 30-yard line after a gain of about 8 yards, eventually brought down by Brady Pretzloff. He just ran a little curl route, and
he is running around there so casual, too. He is making it look easy.
Max Richardson, when he's put in motion, it looks so seamless. It looks very fast, as opposed to other teams that we've seen this season that the Blue Devils have played against. Good little drive here for Forest Hill to start it off. I'd like to see the Blue Devils kind of hunker down here.
Here's the 2nd and 4. Pistol formation for McDonald. He's going to hand to Hartman, and Hartman has about a 2-yard gain, which will bring up another 3rd and short for the Rangers.
All digital out here. Even the scoreboard's digital.
Well, of course.
The down marker's digital. Play clock's digital. The fans are digital. It's wild.
Another 3rd down on the drive for the Forest Hills Central Rangers. Still haven't seen an incomplete pass from the right hand of Mason McDonald. He's hit a couple of his big-name targets so far in Richardson and Hudkins. Let's see what they dial up here on 3rd and 2. They go in a wildcat shotgun formation again, motioning 2 men to the strong side. It's a direct snap to Hartman. Blue Devils with some good pursuit, eventually brought down by Brady Pretzloff. And it'll be a first down for the Rangers, running in consecutive order on 3rd downs from that wildcat formation, gentlemen.
That is an interesting play call. That looked like an RPO that you would see on Sundays, because Hartman, when he got the handoff, had a little route that he could throw to Hudkins, who was waiting to kind of get a screen.
Here's the 1st and 10 play. They're going to motion 2 tight ends over to the weak side of the formation this time. Direct snap to Hartman. He picks his way through and gets down to the Blue Devil 20. Well, we're actually going to put him down at the Blue Devil 18-yard line.
Hartman's such a patient runner.
Jack, what are you seeing so far that's being effective against this Blue Devil front 7?
Their offensive line for Forest Hills is just getting a better push than Gaylord is right now, just opening up a lot of holes. I mean, Hartman has multiple options within the line of where he wants to go. I mean, right now, Gaylord hasn't gotten a stop yet. Forest Hill's driving right down the field, looking really good right now.
Here's a 2nd and 4. They're still in that wildcat shotgun formation. Hartman with the direct snap. He slips through one crease. Hartman still on his feet, spins down inside the 5-yard line, brought down at the 2.5-yard line, and Hartman doing his thing to move the chains. Gain of 16 yards.
From our vantage point, I wasn't able to see if that was Pretzloff on the tackle, but from my knowledge of the season, I know Pretzloff was definitely around the ball. He came up from that pile.
Knocking on the door right away, drove all the way down on their opening drive. Just killer for the morale for Gaylord. Got it. Can they make a goal line stand?
Here's that shotgun wildcat formation again. Direct snap to Hartman. He kind of bobbles it, but he cuts it back. He sneaks. He's got a nose for the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Rangers. They strike first on the 2-yard touchdown run by J.T. Hartman. Put the Rangers on the board at 6-0 here with 5 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Jack, he just kind of bounced that run. It looked like it was designed to go inside, and he kind of cut it back off tackle and I think the Blue Devils might have just over-pursued just a little bit.
Yeah.
This is an interesting formation here.
Yeah, point after on is attempted by Alex Moeller, and it's a 2-point conversion attempt. They flip it to Hartman on the try. He breaks through a couple tackles, and he's not going to get it. So the trickery doesn't pay off for the Rangers as the Blue Devils stop the Rangers on the 2-point attempt conversion. We're going to send it to break here. Rangers up 6-0 over the Blue Devils. Blue Devils first crack at it when we come back. This is high school football on Next Level Broadcast.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Welcome back in high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, affiliate coverage of the MHSAA and NFHS network. Forest Hills Central just took it down for a 60-yard touchdown drive, no penalties, no incompletions, and it was capped off by a Ty Hartman 3-yard touchdown run. It'll be Alex Moeller getting ready to send it away back deep for the Blue Devils is Hush and Isaac Collins. 6-0, 5 minutes, 33 seconds remaining. End over end kick and whistles blow it dead. The far side official throws his flag, and this is more than likely going to be a re-kick with a penalty against the Rangers.
We'll find out with his excellent PA system. Excited for this.
So, indeed, it was a false start. It'll push the Rangers and Alex Moeller back to the 35-yard line as he'll send it away once again.
Well, Jack, one thing you were saying here during the break was that Forest Hill had a perfect drive there to start it off. No penalties, not really a whole lot of negative plays outside of the 2-point conversion.
I would say Flawless had positive yardage on every play, had a couple pancake blocks, had a couple trucks. Hartman made something out of nothing to get the 3-yard scamper in for the score. I think you can't be any happier if you are head coach Tim Rogers.
By my count, I think Pretzloff only had 1 tackle in that opening drive, but I probably missed a couple.
Here we go. Moeller and the Rangers sending it away once again. High end over end kick. Fielded by Hush at his own 19-yard line. He breaks through 1 tackle, another tackle. He's still on his feet, shedding tacklers and down at the 33-yard line. So a nice return of 15 yards by Hush, and the Blue Devils will set up shop on their first possession of the game. Jack, what are you looking here for the Blue Devils offensively to try and establish here early in this first quarter?
Gaylord's drive right here. Hang on to the ball, score on the last play before halftime.
Okay, so
that's my strategy if I'm Gaylord.
So really just own the clock.
You can clearly see that from this Forest Hills offense,
right?
There's a good chance they're going to score every time they get the ball. So hang on to it.
We'll see what the Blue Devils have in store for us here on their first possession. They're going to hand and getting back, well, I would say right near the initial line of scrimmage. So a nice play made by that Forest Hills front.
There's so many guys in the box.
Hills front.
There's so many guys in the box. They don't even really have a
succeed in this game, Jack. They're going to have to take advantage of using their athlete Brady Pretzloff on the perimeter. He's probably going to see a lot of man-to-man coverage.
Yeah, and they've got a senior Quincy Henry out there. I mean, I got to assume he's their best cover guy on the team. But you're exactly right, Charles. If they want to spread out this defense, they're going to have to get him involved. It looks like he's in a lot of one-on-one on the outside there.
So that's the matchup.
Now they switch up. They go right to their stud, Hudkins.
Yep, they put Hudkins. That's like the game within the game. Here's the 3rd and 6 for Onks and company. He's going to pitch it out left to Benzinger, and Benzinger is met after a loss. He actually loses 1 yard on the play, so the Blue Devils kind of can't get the wheels turning on their first offensive possession, and it looks like the punt unit's heading out for the Blue Devils.
Blew that play up right away. Nowhere for Benzinger to go.
I believe that was Max Richardson in there, and it's really tough to move 7 and green. I mean,
well, he is taking guys to the ground, so you can't really run through guys that are on the ground right there, so just a nice job by Richardson. We're going to be saying his name a lot tonight, I think, Charles.
Oh, I would wouldn't doubt it. So with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left, the Blue Devils are going to punt this one away. Back deep for the Rangers is Hudkins and Cargill. Byram receives it. It's a high end-over-end punt, pushing Cargill back over his shoulder. He catches it at his 24. Cargill gets caught up by the turf monster and brought down at the 31-yard line. So a gain or return of 7 yards, and that's where the Rangers will set up shop on their second possession of the game. We're going to go ahead and step aside, and when we come back, Rangers' second possession after these messages.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
All right, here we are back here from Forest Hills Central High School. Second possession of the game for the Rangers. More traditional set here as they motion out Hartman. They're going to throw it out to him in the flat. He's got a completion. He's got a catch. He's turning it up the field. Hartman with the first down. Hartman across midfield and pushed out of bounds.
Flag, Charles.
Yep, flag down at the central 37-yard line. This one's more than likely going to be a hold. I couldn't tell if it was on an offensive lineman or a receiver out there trying to block Jack, but good sighting of that penalty marker.
I think they're going to get the holding on the receivers on the edge on Ungst. I'm only assuming that by the way Coach Pretzlaff was acting on the sideline with Ungst. So just going to back him right up.
Really good play design for the Rangers, getting your athlete Hartman out into space in the flats. Just they weren't able to execute the blocking scheme on the perimeter, and Blue Devils catch a break because that was a 17-yard gain on 1st and 10.
That trips formation is so deadly. You have Hudkins and Richardson on the same side in the open, and they like to send Richardson in motion. It's making it tough for these Blue Devils to play defense.
Well, Richardson's 6'3", and that's a junior.
Here's the snap to McDonald. He's going to throw it in the flat. He's got a hook and ladder completion. It's Hartman who's got it. He's running. Hartman with the block at the 50. Hartman brought down by Brady Pretzlaff. Another flag comes in late, and we'll have to check on the penalty and see what that is. But as it stands right now, it was a gain of 24 yards.
Brought down by Pretzlaff at the end there.
I think they're going to get that on Cedar Middaw. If that's on him, that's just a very surprising call. But either way, yeah, and Forest Hills does not like that call.
Well, of course they're not going to
right
like
at the end of the run, but they still get the first down, yes?
So
it's from the spot.
I think it's a spot foul, yeah.
So as the play stands, it was a 24-yard hook and ladder completion. A 10-yard holding penalty from the end of the play is going to mark this back
at the 41.
At the 41. So they're marking the penalty from the spot of the foul, gentlemen, which is why it'll be at the 41.
2nd and 1 according to the down marker.
Right, because they were behind the chains.
Yep. I think it was a PA system that just blew up there.
So it's actually 3rd and 1 now. McDonald in the pistol formation. Hartman behind him. He's going to hand to Hartman. Hartman looks like he's able to squeeze his way for a first down.
Yeah, right up the middle. Hartman looks as though he should be committed somewhere as he is just breaking tackles, finding holes, patiently running through the offensive line.
And how confident is this offense in the amount of screens they've ran, as well as the backwards passes to the sides to Hartman? Been very, very risky, but very successful.
So the Rangers able to move the chains once again after putting themselves a little bit behind the sticks. Here's McDonald dropping back to pass, rearing up, throwing it. He's got a man, Hudkins, on the seam, brought down by Caleb Ongst, but it goes from the 41-yard line down to the 19. Big-time completion all the way down inside Blue Devil red zone, and we're still looking for that first incompletion on the evening from Mason McDonald. Finally made it out in the hands of Hudkins.
Well, Mason McDonald last week, that was his first playoff game this season because he missed their first playoff game. And last week against Mount Pleasant, like I said, in the first half, he had 4 touchdowns. And also to go along with that first half magical play, he had 11. He was 11 of 14.
Gain of 32 yards. Here's a handoff to Hartman. Hartman breaks loose of one tackle, still on his feet. Eventually brought down in there by Noah Vanderveer. And Hartman picks up 4 yards on that first down carry.
Hartman is just a
A load.
I want to say a load, but I'm trying to think of someone to compare him to where you have a hand on him and he just spun away from the would-be tackler.
He's kind of got that build of a Peyton Hillis.
I was going to say Jarvis Green Ellis.
Okay.
For anyone that knows that name.
2nd and 5 for McDonald and company from the Blue Devil 15. They're going to motion Richardson in line in the formation. Hand to Hartman. Hartman is brought down after about a 2-yard gain. Tackle made on the play by Keaton Abraham.
Easy comparison to Peyton Hillis as they both wear number 40.
Yeah.
I see the reason in there.
Jack, another pivotal 3rd down here early in the first quarter, late in the first quarter, I should say, for the Blue Devils. Be very good if the Blue Devils were able to get a stop here and force the Rangers to make a 4th down decision.
It's going to be a tough task to the Blue Devils as they are definitely in 4-down territory. 2 tries right here. They're in the Wildcat. They've converted every time so far, have yet to be in a 4th down.
Motion man is Hudkins.
Wildcat here.
Direct snap to Hartman. Hartman cuts back. Hartman picking his way across the 10-yard line for a Ranger 1st down. And that very well might take us to the end of the first quarter. We're about 25 seconds remaining. We'll see if the Rangers elect to run another play here. And it seems like their short yardage game tonight, gentlemen. It's all about the direct snap to Hartman and let him make a play.
Well, they've ran that play a couple times on the direct snap to Hartman. I think now you just got to make him pitch that ball.
McDonald and the Rangers going with a little hard count there, maybe trying to get a couple of free 5 yards from the Blue Devils, and that is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So after 12 minutes of play between Blue Devils and Rangers, 6-0 on the scoreboard. Rangers up with the ball knocking on the Blue Devils' doorstep here when we come back on Next Level Broadcasting.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
And welcome back. High school football on Next Level Broadcasting's affiliate coverage of the MHSAA and NFHS network. Forest Hills Central and Gaylord going at it right now. Ball on the 9-yard line of the Blue Devils. 1st and goal for the Rangers. McDonald in the pistol formation is going to hand to Hartman. Hartman trying to stretch it out and gain as much as he can. He's down at the 5-yard line after a gain of 4 on that 1st and goal carry.
Falling forward every single time.
It's the exact same thing I was about to say, Jack. It looks as though Hartman, every time he is getting tackled, he's not going backwards on the tackles. He's falling forward and getting 2 to 3 extra yards.
Here we go. It's 2nd and goal. Empty formation for McDonald and the Rangers. She's going to stop, clap, and look over at the sideline for instruction from his offensive coordinator.
Hartman in the slot.
McDonald takes the snap, looking right. Pass is tipped in the air and batted down. I believe the Blue Devil who got his hands on that was Connor Byram, big number 89, doing a good job of getting that deflection and potentially saving the Blue Devils some points.
First thing I want to say is that is the first incompletion from McDonald.
And how often do you see that from a high school team? Not a rollout on the goal line, but a throwing a pass from the pocket.
Yeah.
Don't see that a lot. Here we go, same formation.
Hartman once again in the slot.
Yep, Hartman in the slot. Trips top of the screen for McDonald. He's being pressured. He throws it over the middle. Another batted pass. Good job playing defense was Keaton Abraham for the Blue Devils. He was the first Blue Devil as the Rangers were trying to run a little jailbreak screen back into the field. And Abraham sniffed that one out. And the field goal unit's coming on for the Rangers. Good defensive stand by the Blue Devils.
McDonald puts that on Hudkins. Hudkins might be scoring. A little high of a throw from McDonald, but overall, good defensive stand here from the Blue Devils.
Here's the kick from Moeller, and it splits the uprights, so the Rangers go up 10-0 over the Blue Devils. 11 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Actually, excuse me, 9-0. The Rangers didn't get that 2-point conversion. While we have a little bit of time, we want to thank our friends at the Gaylord Eye Care Center. Did the refs see that, or did you see that Byram deflection? Well, if you didn't, you probably need to head on Gaylord Eye Care Center, because right now, with 4 locations in Sheboygan, Boyne City, Gaylord, and Bel Air, you can get a free consultation from friendly, experienced, and professional staff at the Gaylord Eye Care Center. Get back in the game with the Gaylord Eye Care Center. Also want to thank our friends, our pregame show sponsor, Jimmy John's. Listen, away games call for freaky fast meals on the road, and that's where Jimmy John's comes in to turn travel time into dinner time with their freaky fast gourmet sandwiches and their brand new menu items. Freaky fast and freaky strong. Jimmy John's. Well, Blue Devils down 9-0. Christian, let me start with you here. What have you liked so far that the Rangers have been able to do offensively to get out to this 9-0 lead?
Well, utilizing those open screens to the side to the wide receivers with Hudkins and even Richardson a little bit, they've been able to kind of open up the interior and allow J.T. Hartman to kind of get in through the middle with a little bit of softer coverage from the box.
There we go. Moeller sends it away from his 40. Fielded at the 9-yard line. Bringing it out is Hush. Hush trying to stretch it to the sideline. Eventually brought down, and a nice open field tackle made. That was Alexander Dixon down there on the kickoff coverage, bringing Hush down at the 21-yard line. So that's where Ongst and company will set up shop and begin with their second possession of the evening. Jack, what do the Blue Devils have to do here to kind of get things on track?
They just got to get, at least 2 sets of downs where they're picking up first downs. They got to get some offensive consistency going here. The last drive they had, just a 3-and-out
nearly?
It was a
3-and-out, according to my stat sheet.
Just got to pick up a first down. All you got to do is pick up a first down. You're good to go.
Here we go. Ongst, the Blue Devils come out in a shotgun formation. Pretzloff to the weak side of the field nearest our camera. They're going to hand. That's Benzinger on the handoff. He makes it out to the 20-yard line. A gain of about 1 yard on that first down carry.
I wonder how long it's going to be before we see Pretzloff get utilized here on the offense.
It's going to have to be on a first down or a second down shot to go for that deep ball. On that third down, they're bringing over Hudkins. I do the same thing.
Vanderveer comes out, and Russell Hush comes in for him.
We'll see what the Blue Devils have dialed up. They actually gave Benzinger a gain of 3 yards on that carry. They marked him out at the 22-yard line. So it's second and a long 6 for the Blue Devils. Ongst pitches it to Hush. Hush gets a block from Benzinger, and Hush is brought down. Guess who? Ty Hudkins coming in there to make the play. Doing a good job of limiting the gain by Hush. Stopped at the initial line of scrimmage, so we'll have about a 3rd and 6 for the Blue Devils here early on with 9 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter. I'm all over the board tonight.
Gaylord is having to work for every single yard.
One of the things I wanted to point out was it looked as though Hush had to make a last-second cut to try and get to the middle, maybe to fight for extra yards, and he got met by Hudkins as soon as he attempted it.
Yeah, there was a physical collision there. Ongst under center, turns and hands to Benzinger. Can Benzinger break a tackle? He can't. He gets about a half-yard gain in a 4th and 5 upcoming for the Blue Devils.
Punt team not on the field yet. Could they already be going for it?
Well, Ongst is off on the sideline, Jack, as it looks like the Blue Devils are coming to punt this one away as Byram comes out.
You got to punt it away. You haven't even picked up your first down yet. Nearly, if you turn it over right here, Forest Hill is already nearly in the red zone. Got to punt it away.
Yeah, when you haven't had a play that's gone longer for 3 yards, you can't go for it on 4th and 5.
Back deep for the Rangers is Ty Hudkins and Brendan Cargill. This punt is away, almost blocked. It bounces at the Blue Devil 43 and back for a Ranger bound to drag down Hartman. And if Byram doesn't make that, Jack, Hartman's getting into the second level of the defense.
He's got a lot of room on that side, but still again, that's 2 or 3 times we've seen a Gaylord defender get in the backfield, but Hartman's able to do a quick juke or a quick spin. I mean, he still gained a yard on that play. On that touchdown scamper, he had to catch a high snap, get a juke on right away, break a tackle on the outside, and still get the touchdown. So he is a tough tackle for sure.
Here's 2nd and 9. Hartman motions to McDonald in the shotgun. A little bit of miscommunication there as Byram's in there for the tackle for loss. Good job of the interior defensive line for the Blue Devils to force Hartman to bounce that one out, and Byram was there staying home to make the play.
A good defensive stand there by the Blue Devils, and this is kind of what they need to make it tough on the Rangers. 3rd and long, we're going to see them go a little bit of air raid, I imagine, here in this 3rd down. But what I liked was the pursuit by the defense of the Blue Devils. Is even if Hartman got past that initial line of attack, Pretzloff was waiting for him, and he's a sure tackler.
Here we have it, 3rd and 11. First long down and distance on 3rd down for McDonald and company. He drops back to pass, looking right, throwing up the sideline, incomplete. Intended for Max Richardson, and Richardson looked like he got tripped up. So the Blue Devil defense does its job, Jack, and gets a stop, forcing, well, either a long 4th and 11 or a punt for the Rangers.
Oh, they're going for it. And McDonald, a perfect pass. That one was on a rope, exactly where it needed to be in between the Gaylord defenders.
Max Richardson just fell down.
Unfortunately, yeah, Richardson just tripped up right there.
A lot of off coverage here from the Blue Devils.
Yeah, looks like the Rangers they were going for a little hard count, but they motioned Hartman to the left of McDonald, and this is going to probably be a pooch punt as McDonald sends this one away.
Nicely
Hudkins
executed.
is down in there, but unable to stop it before it goes in for a touchback. So the Rangers show a little pooch kick. Blue Devils will get the ball at their own 20 with a good opportunity, a really good defensive stand by that Blue Devil defense there, limiting the Rangers. But sometimes when you need that first incompletion from McDonald, it wasn't his fault. Richardson just fell down, as you lamented to, Jack.
And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes sometimes. You draw it up. If you execute it perfectly, your cleats untied, you trip up.
The turf monster
girl in the stands just distracted you. Whatever it is, anything can happen.
So Ongst and company back out. They send 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. He's going to take it on a direct snap. Ongst up the middle. Ongst gets a Blue Devil first down, lowers his shoulder, and picks up Gaylord's first down of the evening. Good quarterback design draw, and the Blue Devils move the chains.
I like that man-on-man. Ongst on Hudkins.
You want to talk about 2 crazy athletic
no doubt.
seniors?
And Ongst not afraid, lowered the shoulder right into him. Gaylord's biggest play yet this game.
Talking about coming out with an attitude is your quarterback lowering the shoulder and delivering the boom on Hudkins, getting the first down.
Rangers with 7 men in the box. Blue Devils in the shotgun again. They're going to hand off to Hush, and Hush gets about a yard. Really nice play.
Ball's
and the ball's
out.
Ball's out. The ball came out in the hands of a Ranger. It was Brody Summerland who's got the ball, and it will be Ranger football on the fumble. They take over at the Blue Devil 33-yard line, and that is a big play made by the Ranger defense.
Hot potato.
And one thing I wanted to say was it looked as though if Caleb Unks decided to keep it, he only had one man to beat in a Ranger if he was able to get into that open field and keep that handoff.
Right, that's assuming that it was option read. It was Hudkins on the tackle of Hush that forced the fumble. Eventually coming out of there was Brody Summerland. So Summerland on the credit for the fumble recovery, forced out by Hudkins. So McDonald and company back out on the field. Here's the 1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 32. It's an end around to Hudkins. Hudkins turns the corner. He's brought down. Nice play made, really nice play made by Keaton Abraham to track the speedy Hudkins all the way around the field.
He did chase that all the way down. Excellent pursuit. He would have had a lot of room there had it not been the pursuit by Abraham.
That was a well set up play by the Rangers, running that one to the far side of the field. They just couldn't quite get the blocks on the perimeter to spring Hudkins on that. This time the Rangers in an empty set. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen as McDonald works. He's going to throw a quick pass. It's incomplete, intended for Hudkins. And nice coverage by Ty Benzinger, and it'll be a 3rd and 9 for the Rangers here from the Blue Devil 32.5-yard line.
And what's seen as a perfect offense these past 2 drives has kind of gone into a little bit of a slump. Gaylord defense stepping up big here. They got the Wildcat formation in. McDonald is out.
Yep, McDonald comes out. Hartman.
I mean, they were sorry, Charles. They were just successful giving it to Hart. That's what you go back to. Just keep giving it to your guy until Gaylord can get a stop.
Well, in the pregame, we talked about the aerial attack of the Rangers, but that first touchdown drive was all about this Wildcat formation with Hartman getting a lead blocked by Richardson. Hartman puts his shoulder down and picks up a first down inside, actually brought down at the 20-yard line, and he's got enough for a first down, gain of 8 yards on that 3rd down carry.
That's got to be deflating when it's third and long, and they go to Wildcat, and he ends up getting a first down off of it.
But just keep going to that. You got your offensive line is getting such a good push on every play. You got McDonald, the best athlete on the field, potentially lead blocking, with Hartman the best, questionably the best running back on the field as well, running behind him.
And to your credit, Jack,
it's a great play. And with this Trips offensive formation, it's very hard to stop.
They motion Hudkins in the backfield. It's a
snap.
high snap covered up by Hudkins. He's turning it around, making something out of nothing. Brought down after a 3-yard loss. The Blue Devil that was able to bring down Hudkins was Keaton Abraham once again. And Hudkins made something out of nothing as the Blue Devils take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here and tell you about our friends at Gaylord Seal Coating. Listen, if you've grown up in Michigan, you've grown up with cracked roads, parking lot pavement that you can't trust, and potholes the size of some of these offensive linemen. If your driveway, parking lot, or other surface needs an overhaul, check out the pros at Gaylord Seal Coating. Remember, Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A little bit of a game recap here as we bring you in. If you're just joining us, 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter between the Blue Devils and the Rangers. It was a 60-yard touchdown drive capped off by a Ty Hartman 3-yard touchdown run that put the Rangers up 6-0 in the first quarter. And then they had a polar. It was a 22-yard field goal that put the Rangers up 7-0. I apologize. It was Alex Moeller.
Put them up 9-0.
Yeah, put them up 9-0.
Yep.
As the Rangers were up 9-0. They kicked off to the Blue Devils, and the Blue Devils just recently had a turnover in their own territory, which gives the Rangers the ball where they're at now. 2nd and 12 from the Blue Devil 23. McDonald rolling out to his left, looking for Richardson. Blue Devils cover it up back across the field. He throws. It was intended, I believe it was intended down there for
number 42, Chase Enbody was
Yeah.
who I saw, and Noah Vanderveer on the cover. Good low throw, but I thought very good coverage. I saw Riley Hush get in on the coverage. Vanderveer over the top on Enbody.
And the big thing the Blue Devils did was they took away the first option. The first option was Richardson out in the flat on that bootleg, and the Blue Devils did a good job of covering up all 3 levels of that route concept. Here's 3rd and 12 for McDonald and company. Sends one man in motion. He's going to hand to Hartman on the right side. Hartman keeps the legs moving forward and has a 5-yard gain inside the Blue Devil 20-yard line, eventually brought down at the 18-yard line. Connor Byram in there on the tackle for the Blue Devils. And this is another pivotal 4th down that the Rangers are going to send out the field goal unit here. This will be a 35-yard field goal for Alex Moeller. McDonald to hold. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is good. So the Rangers push it to 12-0 over the Gaylord Blue Devils. Blue Devils doing a good job considering the short field that they handed over to the Rangers to only allow 3 points. But for those of you just now seeing the kicking prowess of Alex Moeller, that was a 35-yard field goal that was probably good from a little over 40, I would say, gentlemen. So you see the weapon that the Rangers have in Moeller.
And that's what comes with having a good kicker and having great field position off the turnover. You only gain about 10, 20 yards. You get stuffed. It doesn't matter. A good kicker right there gets points on the board for you.
That's kind of the main thing, right? It's a game all about points. Simple as that. And when you're able to get points no matter what, at the high school level, a good kicker is fascinating because you see how often Gaylord relies on Connor Byram sometimes.
Both these teams fortunate to have very good kickers. You don't see that very often at the Division III level, but these two teams don't have to worry about it. Between Moeller and Byram, they could probably hold a kicking contest between the two of them, and I'd watch. Moeller setting up to send this one away. Back deep for the Blue Devils is Collins and Hush. 4:16 in the second quarter. Here we go. Collins fields it at his own 10-yard line, setting up the blocking on the far side. Collins taken down at the 27-yard line. Nice return of 17 yards, and the Blue Devils will have it at their own 28, actually, when they begin here. Ongst and company looking to put something together here. They're still trying to get more than that one first down that they have so far.
Nice tackle on the play there by the senior, Trevor Williams.
Thank you, Nick. One of the things I did want to say, the inside joke here, is Forest Hill has had success on every drive except for one on a 3-and-out. Gaylord, they've only had one first down. You'd like to see them expand on that.
Yeah, the Blue Devil defense really doing a good job of keeping them in the game. Ongst takes it on the quarterback draw. He gets about a yard before he's met and brought down by big number 60, Orion Roscom. And Ongst has a gain of 1 on first down.
Yeah, and you bet the Rangers are going to be ready for that one after they they're
Giving
going to
up
be
a
ready
first
for
down.
that. Yep. After Gaylord gets their biggest play on that one, they're going to be ready for it.
If you're Gaylord, I think you kind of need to open up and expand the offense and get a little creative. However, Forest Hill showing that they are not to be trifled with on defense thus far.
Well, and what Forest Hills is doing to Gaylord, what Gaylord has done to other teams in the past. On that pitch play, the Gaylord defenders fill those lanes. Forest Hills does it even better.
We'll see what the Blue Devils have up their sleeves here on 2nd and 9. Ongst hands to Hush. Hush gets a block. He bounces it outside, brought down at the 38-yard line. So that'll set up the Blue Devils with about a 3rd and 2 here after the 7-yard gain by Hush.
Hush broke through the center right there, and good blocking initially from the Gaylord receivers. Good blocking from the receivers can turn a small gain into a big play.
Want to make note here, as we are just below 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter, the Blue Devils will receive the third quarter kick. So if the Blue Devils are able to score here, they could go for that 2-for-1 opportunity if they're able to put points on the board. The Rangers with 6 men on the line of scrimmage. Blue Devils hand right up the middle to Hush, and he's not going to get it. First man in there for the Rangers was Lucas Force, and Force did a good job of stopping the progress of Hush, and the Blue Devils are in a position with a very large decision here on 4th and 2.
I got to say, Max Richardson on that play went into the 3-point stance, went into all fours, and just bull-nosed his way into the Gaylord backfield right away. Really, what can you do against that? And a big 4th down is what it forced.
Big-time 4th down here. Blue Devils need this one. Forest Hills trying to keep the Blue Devils, keep the oxygen away from the Blue Devils.
We're going to get a delay game, timeout.
No, timeout taken by the Blue Devil coaching staff as they kind of wanted to see how the Rangers would line up on that 4th down. And as we go to timeout on the field, we're going to tell you about our friends at Golf Gaylord. Listen, Gaylord in the 989, well, you can look around. It's known as the golf mecca of Michigan. And whether you're looking for a new set of clubs or in need of fixing your slice, Golf Gaylord is your destination where you can browse a wide variety of items and get lessons from their experienced staff. That's Golf Gaylord. Let's bring in our pro here, Jack. 4th and 2 for the Blue Devils in a gotta-have-it circumstance with under a minute 50 in the second quarter. What are you looking to do here if you're the Gaylord offensive coordinator?
I don't know if there's anything I like. I honestly think right here you got to punt it away. There's under 2 minutes left. Let your defense make a play, but I don't know. I don't like anything from Gaylord right here. They just got stuffed on their last play. You turn it over. They're already on the other side of the field. I punt it away just like they're doing.
Yep. Byram getting ready to send this one away. Note, he didn't punt the last one. It was Peel who punted the last one. but Byram back in there. He sends this one away. It's a nice punt fielded by Hudkins at his own 32. Hudkins makes a move across the 40, across midfield, and Hudkins down at the Blue Devil 40-yard line. A nice return of 25 yards by Hudkins, or 28 yards, I should say. And the Rangers are at the 40-yard line of the Blue Devils here with 1:36.
One thing I wanted to say is Connor Byram, when he came in to kick, it was a great punt, but I think he outkicked his coverage, and that is how the Rangers get down to the 40-yard line. Just not enough hang time to let your guys get down there to force something.
And Gaylord might as well have gone for it. Hudkins, great playmaker, able to get it back to nearly the line of scrimmage.
They're going to swing this one out to Hartman on the perimeter. Can he be tracked down? Tackle made by Caleb Ongst at the Blue Devil 36-yard line. It was also being tracked down by Brady Pretzloff. And I believe he went out of bounds, so the clock stops as well. It'll be a 2nd and 6 next time the Rangers snap this one.
I think you're right, Jack. With hindsight being 20/20, you just kind of elect to go for it at that point.
Or maybe have more of like a directional punt, something that sends Hudkins, not being able to just stand there and field it. But the Rangers do a good job of making the most out of that situation. And here's McDonald dropping back to pass, looking over the middle. He's going to pull it down, and big play, Ham, as the Blue Devil coverage was able to force McDonald to try and tuck it and run on that quarterback keeper, and Abraham was there just in the nick of time to bring down McDonald before he was able to break the pocket.
I think he had more time. It just looked like the good coverage by Gaylord. He just panicked a little bit, thought the pocket was collapsing. He had a little bit more time. A nice job by Abraham. Taking advantage and picking up a sack.
We're under 1 minute left to go in the second quarter. McDonald takes the snap, looking to the left. He's got a completion on the far side to Brendan Cargill, and Cargill has a Ranger first down, tackled inside the Blue Devil 30-yard line. Gentlemen, I would say the line to gain for the Rangers is about the 25 to get into Alex Moeller field goal range.
I would agree. Yeah, I mean, and it proves that they have a deadly, or not, I shouldn't say a deadly weapon, but they have a weapon nonetheless. They're at kicker, and Forest Hill's looking to really just come away with points at this point, as
they still have one timeout.
Yeah, they
got a lot of time.
47 seconds left, and the way we've seen their offense, what I like about their offense so far is it's very, very reminiscent of a modern-day offense. They are taking a lot of snaps out of shotgun. They have the weapons out on the outside, a lot of screen plays, and then once they finally like the coverage that they see, they take that shot deep like we saw to Hudkins down in the seam earlier on their second drive. They've got some toys that they can play with.
Well, we'll see what they opt to go for here on this 1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 29-yard line. McDonald and company back to work as he's looking right, now scrambling.
A lot of time.
Throws over the middle. He's got a completion inside the Blue Devil 20-yard line. It was completed down to Cedar Middaw. And, man, that was a big-time play made by Middaw and McDonald.
Just wide open over the middle of the field. Nice job by McDonald, able to calm down and make the easy completion.
30 seconds on the clock as McDonald looks to pass, throws the fader out, and it's caught. Completion, touchdown to Brendan Cargill. He put it over the top of the head of the Blue Devil defender, and Cargill and McDonald hook up for 6. 18-yard touchdown pass put the Rangers up 18-0 over the Gaylord Blue Devils.
And that's the same pass they tried to go to earlier to Richardson when he tripped up. But nice job by Cargill right there, able to jump up and catch the high pass. Hush nearly had the interception, just stopped a little short. Nice play there by the offense of these Rangers. PAT is good too.
So Moeller tacks on another point for the Rangers and it is
Green flags are flying, Charles.
Yep, the green flags are flying. The Ranger fight song is playing, and you know the Blue Devil defense had been doing a really good job of bending but not breaking. That time, with just a couple of seconds remaining, 24 seconds in the second quarter, a really nicely thrown ball from McDonald over the head of Hush, and Cargill did the rest to put the Rangers up at that point 18-0, and with the extra point 19-0. Gaylord with 24 seconds left. Obviously, you don't want to turn the ball over, but you got to try to get something to give you some momentum going into the third quarter.
I think you got to need and just take it to halftime. I think this kickoff right here, this is your big play if you can get a return on this one. But besides that, just take it to halftime. You're up, down 19-0, 24 seconds left. A Hail Mary, I guess, is their only other option, but even that seems risky.
And I don't want to overstate, but it was huge for Hudkins to get a 30-yard return on that punt return to put the ball at the 40-yard line, which is right where the Blue Devils had been operating on that previous possession. This time the Blue Devils fielded at their 25-yard line, trying to get outside was Carter Sitz, and he gets upended by Alex Digson.
That was Ty Ryan, Charles, number 19, yep.
So Ryan doing a good job of making another special teams tackle.
At this point, if you are the Blue Devils, I think I would agree with Jack in taking the knee because you've already fumbled there on handoffs. Your only big play has been ungst up the middle for 10 yards with the truck.
Right, I would imagine right now the Blue Devils just need to take this into half, kind of regroup, see what they got going on. They'll get the ball in the start of the third quarter as Ongst has it in the shotgun, throwing over to the far side. That one skips, and it was an incomplete. That was an incomplete pass. I don't think he caught that. It looked like it hit the turf.
In there for 100%.
Oh, they're gonna give it to him.
They give him the completion. That was Brady Pretzloff who caught it. It was a 4-yard gain on 1st and 10. But we saw it up here from the press box, guys. That one looked like it.
I think that's why everyone stopped. Because they were expecting all to be incomplete.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I've been a receiver. You know, I've had one that skipped in there. But if you tuck and roll over, five times out of 10, they'll give you the call that you caught it. So nice job by Pretzloff really selling that one.
Yeah, given the coin flip probability there, Pretzloff doing a good job of selling it as a completed pass. So he gets about 4 yards on 1st and 10, 5 seconds remaining. And, if you're Gaylord, you're probably going to benefit more if it's not ruled a completion because the clock didn't stop, and everyone else thought it was an incomplete pass, but the clock was still rolling. As Ongst has Pretzloff to the top of the screen, he's dropping back to pass, steps up in the pocket, rolling, throws this one deep down the sideline, completed to Brady Pretzloff at the 38-yard line, and that's going to do it. So after 2 quarters of play, the Grand Rapids Forest Hills Central Rangers on top of the Gaylord Blue Devils 19-0. When we come back, we'll have our halftime show, give you our first half analysis and our look ahead to the third and fourth quarter here on Next Level Broadcasting's affiliate coverage of the MHSAA 2023 High School Playoffs. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
These days, pretty much every business has some sort of discount or rewards program. The only problem is with all these different places doing it different ways, it can feel like a juggling act trying to remember which thing to bring where. Luckily, there's a service that take all that hassle away for you so you can just give up the juggling act altogether. For the Local offers you exclusive access to discounts at all your favorite local locations for just $5.99 a month. And the best part about it is the only thing you got to remember is the one thing you'll never forget, your cell phone. So go on forthelocal.com today, sign up, and let us take care of the juggling for you.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Today's game is brought to you by Professional Seamless Gutters, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, Twin Bay Docks, John Deere Hudson, and Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Today's game is brought to you by Professional Seamless Gutters, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, Twin Bay Docks, John Deere Hudson, and Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar. We hope you have enjoyed today's game. All right, welcome in to the Cherry Capital Traverse City Airport halftime show here. Charles Trail, Christian Swinsicki, and Jack Cordy. It's 19-0 between Grand Rapids, Forest Hills Central, and the Gaylord Blue Devils. If you're just now joining us, we've got a quick little recap. It was an 18-yard touchdown pass from McDonald just with about 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter that put the Rangers up inevitably 19-0, and a Hartman 2-yard touchdown run in the first quarter, and then two Moeller field goals for the Rangers that gives them this 19-point lead over the Blue Devils right now. Let me bring it to you first, Jack. For the Blue Devils to get things going offensively, what are you looking for them to do?
I think they're going to have to just take a shot coming out here on first down or second down, just something to get it going. The ground and pound really is just not working for them. They had Caleb Bunks on a keeper for about a 10, 11-yard gain. That was their biggest play of the game besides that Hail Mary pass to Brady Pretzlaff for about 20, 25, but I'm not really going to count that one because it being the Hail Mary, but just have to find some offensive consistency. You've had nearly a 3-and-out just about every time you've come out, and you're not having the time of possession that you really want. Right now, Forest Hills is doing everything they want because they've had the ball just about the entire game. So if I'm Gaylord, got to pick up some offensive consistency, whether it's short passes or taking your shot. Got to get something else besides the run game going.
We've seen a lot of man coverage on the perimeter for the Blue Devils, primarily Brady Pretzlaff being matched up with Hudkins on the perimeter. So Blue Devils might have their opportunities to take some downfield shots. Looks like the offensive line is going to be able to hold up in pass protection. Let me come here to you, Christian. You were talking about how the Rangers are running more of like a college style of offense, getting to the line, assessing what the defense is doing, looking over at their offensive coordinator, and then getting another play call. Tell our viewers a little bit about how that impacts what the Rangers are able to do at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're able to get a good read of the defense before they even actually have a play call, right? They might have a fake play call, but then by the time they get up there, their offensive coordinator or the head coach signals them, hey, we don't like that, we're going to switch it up. They have either a kill, which could lead to a different play, and overall it leads to flexibility.
Right.
That is the big thing. You're able to be malleable and go forward and kind of just play to what you think the defense is going to give you at that point. And Gaylord has a very solid defense. This could be a bigger lead.
It very well could be,
and
yes.
Gaylord's defense has been playing what I would say fairly decent despite being down 19-0. It's just the offense has I mean, we've said it before, the wheels are spinning on the offense. you need to see what Jack was saying, some more first downs, because the big number is 2 right now, and that 2 is the amount of first downs that Gaylord has. Forest Hill just that college-style offense able to kind of just take what Gaylord gives them, and they keep moving with it.
Well, another thing that we've seen that's been very effective for the Rangers is going into that wildcat formation. They run Hartman into that, and we'll bring Richardson in as a lead blocker oftentimes. And, I mean, we were up in the press box watching Richardson on some of those lead blocks, and we all said, man, I could run behind that guy. That's definitely been something that the Rangers have been focusing on from an offensive standpoint, is mixing up their looks, whether they want to put McDonald back there to let him kind of go at the Blue Devil secondary, or if they want to go ground and pound with Hartman out of the Wildcat. Jack, I would say defensively for the Blue Devils, as Christian alluded to, this could be a much bigger deficit at halftime. The Blue Devil defense holding the Rangers to 2 field goals in that first half. So for the Blue Devils, you got to like that as a positive feeling that the Rangers weren't able to go deep within Blue Devil territory and cap those drives off with touchdowns, instead forcing them to settle for field goals.
Yep, and Gaylord defense, like Christian pointed out, they're playing very well. I think Forest Hills, I think they've proven that they can just give the ball to Hartman, and he is going to run it to the right, run it to the left, run up the middle. It doesn't matter. I think when they go to those screens, and I don't want to call them fancy plays, but not just the ground and pound that's where it's so successful for them. I think that's what they're going to do just coming out in the second half because it's worked so well. But just as Christian said, Gaylord defense is still playing very well. There's just so many athletes out there to stop.
One of the things I did want to mention going back to the offense of Forest Hill is just like Jack was saying that Forest Hill Central runs a lot of screen plays. Essentially, those are just extended handoffs because they're pretty safe. Not often are you going to see a defender jump them, and usually you're going to get either a big play that's going to go, down the field, and it's going to open up the field a lot more because now defenses are going to be more aware that, they can throw to the outside, and they do have playmakers like Hudkins and even Richardson on the outside. And we were talking about during the break here that Hudkins, it seems like on every play he is open, and he is a threat to take it deep every time.
Yeah, we saw him flip the field position on that punt return. He caught it at his own 30, flipped it, and put the ball at the Gaylord 40 on that pivotal drive that the Rangers had below the 1 minute and 50-second mark in the second quarter that allowed them to kind of tack on that late touchdown in the second quarter. So, gentlemen, your one key for the Rangers, Christian.
I mean, they've been playing pretty well so far. I think one of the things that our producer, our producer, however you want to call it, told me that Forest Hill has a tendency to snap the ball pretty high. That led to
we saw that once happen so far.
That's happened once, but if you pay attention, it's happening pretty often where the quarterback has to go up and reach for it. Even Hartman's going up for it and reaching for it. And I guess we haven't seen it in a while, but they played a little dirty. I shouldn't say dirty, but a lot of laundry was in those early drives where they had high penalties, but they've kept it clean recently.
Yeah, just to clarify, not dirty as like dirty hits or tackles, just had a lot of penalties being
That's what I
thrown
meant,
on
not clean football.
Yeah, Jack, your one key for the Blue Devils here in the second half.
I think Gaylord keep playing good defensively. Offense, you're down 3 possessions. Your game plan totally has to change. Like we said, I joked around. They had to completely run down that first half on their first drive right there. Now you're down 3 possessions. You have to score very quickly while your offense doesn't allow them to score. It's going to be the toughest task yet for Gaylord all year. They have the seniors. They're able to do it, but it's going to be a great second half coming up here, Charles. Offense has got to find some kind of consistency, a play that they can rely on.
And up 19-0, I would imagine that we're going to see a very large diet of Hartman from that Wildcat formation. The Rangers just trying to run this out, but we'll find out here when we come back for what should be a great third quarter of football here on Next Level Broadcasting. This has been the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. Blue Devils and Rangers, third quarter action coming up when we come back here on this presentation of Michigan High School Athletic Association playoff football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think professional seamless gutters.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
These days, pretty much every business has some sort of discount or rewards program. The only problem is with all these different places doing it different ways, it can feel like a juggling act trying to remember which thing to bring where. Luckily, there's a service that will take all that hassle away for you so you can just give up the juggling act altogether. For the Local offers you exclusive access to discounts at all your favorite local locations for just $5.99 a month. And the best part about it is, the only thing you gotta remember is the one thing you'll never forget, your cell phone. So go on forthelocal.com today, sign up, and let us take care of the juggling for you.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us, and next week, this commercial could be yours.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
These days, pretty much every business has some sort of discount or rewards program. The only problem is with all these different places doing it different ways, it can feel like a juggling act trying to remember which thing to bring where. Luckily, there's a service that will take all that hassle away for you so you can just give up the juggling act altogether. For the Local offers you exclusive access to discounts at all your favorite local locations for just $5.99 a month. And the best part about it is, the only thing you gotta remember is the one thing you'll never forget, your cell phone. So go on forthelocal.com today, sign up, and let us take care of the juggling for you.
Today's game is brought to you by Professional Seamless Gutters, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, Twin Bay Docks, John Deere Hudson, and Raffi's Hibachi and Sushi Bar. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
All right, here we are. Welcome back into high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. This is a dual presentation of Next Level Broadcasting and the Michigan High School Athletic Association's NFHS network. We're live from Forest Hill Central High School. Charles Strail, Christian Swinsicki, and Jack Cordy on the call for tonight. And it's a 19-0 game. It very well could be a much larger lead for the Rangers right now. Blue Devils forcing them to kick 2 field goals as they got deep down into Blue Devil territory on a couple of drives. 45 seconds remaining in the halftime intermission. Blue Devils will receive the opening kickoff. Jack, what do the Blue Devils need to do here on their opening possession of the third quarter to get things rolling?
They got to get some confidence going, number one. I'm looking at the Forest Hill Central sideline. Call Me Maybe by Ray Jepson playing right now. They're loving it. They're dancing, feeling it a little bit. They're up 19-0. They got the confidence. Gaylord just needs to get a little confidence. I don't know how it went in that locker room talk, but we talked about it. There's 13 seniors on this team. Do you want this to be the last game you're ever going to play in? That is the question. That's what I'd be asking if I was head coach Schmoniak. They get the ball right away to start out. Need to pick up some first downs on this drive right here.
So, and for the Rangers, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, what they've been doing, their defensive game plan has been pretty much perfect so far, only allowing 1 first down for the Blue Devils. We'll see if the Blue Devils are willing to take some shots on the perimeter versus that man coverage that the Rangers have been showing. We'll find out as we get ready to go in the third quarter. Moeller getting ready to send it away back deep for the Blue Devils is Collins and Hush. Here we go. End over end kicked, fielded by Hush at his own 13. He goes far side of the field, out to the 26-yard line. Tackle made by Brady Drucke, and the Blue Devils set up shop with their first possession of the third quarter.
I'm very excited. It's a new half. It's a totally new ball game. Gaylord needing to score and needing to air it out right here, Charles.
One of the positives that Gaylord has right now of the few is that they've been penalty-free so far in this game. Let's see if that continues for the second half.
Blue Devils come out with 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Pretzloff, the far receiver, into the boundary. Ongst in the shotgun, throwing, got a completion to Pretzloff. Pretzloff turns upfield and has a gain of 5 yards. Actually, he muscles his way out to the 33-yard line, so he picks up about 7 yards on that first down completion.
It's exactly what you want to see out of the Blue Devils to start it off, because Pretzloff, we were talking about it during the break, is Forest Hill Central has been utilizing screen passes and their extended handoffs, and you'd like to see the ball in Pretzloff's hands because I think he is your most athletic player on offense. My opinion.
Blue Devils break the huddle. They send Pretzloff to the bottom of the screen this time. Ongst takes it. He's going to keep it. He's got a lead blocker in Hush. Ongst has to cut it back up against the grain, and he's got about a 1-yard gain. It'll be a 3rd and 3 from the Blue Devil 35-yard line, or just inside the 35.
That was Richardson on the tackle coming from the edge rusher spot. And just good pursuit. And I can see why Stanford is looking at him.
Yes. Richardson, excellent pursuit right there. Came right off the edge. Nice tackle.
Big third down here in the third quarter for the Blue Devils. Pretzloff to the bottom of the screen by himself. Ongst is going to keep it on the design keeper. He's fighting, keeping the legs moving. Man, nice play made inside as they peel bodies off the bottom of the pile. First Ranger in there was Micah Meadow. And, man, big-time decision now being made here by the Blue Devils as it's 4th and 2, and the punt unit looks like they're trotting in.
I know JT Hartman was in there as well. Go ahead, Christian.
You got to gain a 6 on your first down on a screen pass to Pretzloff. 2 straight runs gets you nowhere.
They just haven't been able to get anything with the run. I think they're just going to have to keep airing it out, Christian.
I'm going to have to agree with you, Jack. I think we're going to have to see some more air under that ball for the Blue Devils to stay alive.
Byram back to send it away, and there's probably the first penalty of the game by the Blue Devils, as looks like it'll back Byram up 5 more yards.
I can erase penalty free off of my Gaylord stat sheet here.
Still pretty good, though. 9 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter. First penalty accepted against the Blue Devils, though, so pretty penalty-free up to this point. Back deep for the Rangers is the tandem of Brendan Cargill and Ty Hudkins. They stand at their own 35-yard line. Byram gets the snap, sends it away. High punt, forcing Cargill to retreat to his 34, and he stays in bounds, eventually brought down by Braden Gruch.
Sorry, Charles. For a special teams play, that was with Byram booting it high and far enough to let the coverage get down there and make a tackle. They learned from their mistake. Ooh, sorry. Excuse me.
It was a 10-yard return by Cargill. Jack, Blue Devil defense now coming back out on the field. They've been playing pretty solid so far outside of that one touchdown pass in the second quarter.
I think they just got to keep doing what they're doing. The Rangers have a lot of options on offense, but Gaylord's holding their own.
Rangers send one man in motion. They're going to hand it off to Hartman. Nice play made in the backfield by Brady Pretzloff. He drops Hartman after a marginal gain on that 1st and 10 carry. Christian, you talked about it in the break. What the Rangers are doing with that jet motion with Ty Ryan is it's really testing the eye discipline of the Gaylord linebackers as they bring Ryan in that jet motion there.
One thing I wanted to say is after that, Carter Sitz would look like he was covering the jet motion. He had the edge sealed there, and that left for Brady Pretzloff to get right through the middle unblocked.
Here's that same motion again by Ryan. They're going to hand to Hartman up the middle. He's got a seam. Hartman stays on his feet. Can he make one man miss? He can. Hartman at the 25 to 20. Hartman with one man has got a blocker out in front, and he scores. Oh, my goodness, what a play. A 54-yard touchdown run by Ty Hartman, and the Rangers go up 25-0 on the 54-yard touchdown run by Hartman. Wow, what a play. Great blocking, and right about the 43-yard line, Hartman kind of pirouetted, stayed on his feet. I don't know if he takes any ballet classes, gentlemen, but he had those dancing slippers on out there as he was able to stay on his toes.
And that was an excellent play call. Good job of the offensive coordinator and these coaches by Forest Hill Central, recognizing that Gaylord is shifting down when they run that motion. They're shifting, sits down from that middle linebacker position down to the outside linebacker position. Hartman just had to break one tackle in the middle. He had Hudkins lead blocking for him. Couldn't have been drawn up better.
I mean, and
you knew he was going to stay on his feet. You
right.
saw him. I think he's got to be taking some ballet classes or something, like you said, Charles, because he has stayed on his feet almost nearly perfectly in this game.
Well, Hartman doing his thing to put the Rangers up 26-0 over the Gaylord Blue Devils on that 54-yard touchdown scamper, and they kind of drew up or designed that handoff based upon how the Blue Devils played the previous play.
Yeah.
With the jet motion to Ryan, they kind of knew how they wanted their blocking schemes to fit a hat on a hat, getting that offensive line to the second tier as the Blue Devil linebackers weren't able to come up and make the play at the line of scrimmage. And that's what really set Hartman free as he was just able to break 2 tackles and he was gone.
Well, this coaching staff, it is very on top of what they're doing. I mean, we're right next to their coach's box. They've got a guy, he's got an iPad. He's watching every play. Not only that, when they come to the line, they're checking down before they snap. They look over to the coach. He's either calling the play or checking it again, as we discussed at halftime. So they're getting multiple looks on each play. It's exactly how a nice drawn-up play like that works out.
Here's Moeller sending it away once again. It's an end-over-end kick that bounces at the 12 and goes out of bounds. So the Blue Devils will catch a break as this will be brought out to the 40-yard line where they'll start with their second possession of the third quarter, down 26-0 to the Forest Hill Central Rangers.
One thing I did want to say to add on for JT Hartman's spectacular postseason run is what I made mention of in the pregame was that he has 6 touchdowns already prior to coming in today. So 8 on the postseason alone. JT Hartman kind of putting the Rangers on his back.
They have a sign that was going around. I don't know if that was his mom or not, but she's carrying it around. It said, "Hart is the man."
Oh, I like that. Very creative. Ball at the 35-yard line. I misspoke. Blue Devils taking over there at the 35. Ongston Company trying to get back in this game. Looking to pass. Pumps once. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Brady Pretzloff. Coverage by Roman Brummel.
Ungst is throwing with the glove on.
That was a smart pump fake by Ungst because it looked as though he did want to go to the flat. However, a defender flashed right before him, and then he threw it kind of in the dirt in front of Pretzloff. I'm not sure if it was intended to go into the dirt because there was a bunch of Rangers that was surrounding Pretzloff. They know about him. And I think that could have been a lot worse. I'm pretty sure Ungst kind of kept it safe there for the Blue Devils.
So it's 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils from their own 35. 8:36 remaining in the third quarter. Ongst is going to keep this one, and he's hit right away. Nice play made by Alexander Dixon. He came up there and delivered the first hit on Caleb Ongst. The Blue Devils gain about a yard on that 2nd and 10 design quarterback run.
That was Quinlan Sutherland, 55, in there right away, blowing up that play.
Yeah, Sutherland did his job to allow Dixon to kind of free flow and get the first hit on Ongst. So another 3rd and long for the Blue Devils.
One of the things that I've noticed on those first 2 plays is that they were away from Max Richardson.
Yeah.
I wonder if they took our advice and decided to start going away from him.
I think that's really all you can do. Now you have to air it out right here. Got to pass protect.
Blue Devils send 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Ongst looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's scrambling. Gets away from one, but can't get away from the grasp of Lucas Fours.
I think it's going to be holding. They're going to decline that, though, and they're going to make it 4th and long.
So Lucas Fours goes down in the books with a sack of Caleb Ongst, and the Rangers decline the holding penalty against the Blue Devils. So this will be a 4th and long.
One of the things I did want to say is that the Rangers brought pressure, and I thought it was good pass protection otherwise for the Blue Devils, as Ungst just couldn't find someone deep downfield to get the first down.
Forest Hills has their starters, some of their starters out of the game already. Hartman was out of there on defense. Right now Hudkins is on the sideline.
New man back deep to return the punt is Roman Brummel. Byram getting ready to send this one away. Low snap, handled by Byram. He gets it away, end over end kick. Fielded by Brummel at the 41. He gets down to the Blue Devil 45-yard line. So a nice gain of 14 yards on the return. So that's where the Rangers will set up shop with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Christian, we saw that huge run by Hartman there. We were talking at break that we would envision seeing a lot more of Hartman runs as the Rangers try to just melt this clock away. But I suppose when you can hit a 54-yard home run, you swing the bat.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing else to it. Extend the lead. They're probably going to hand it off to, or find a way to get it on the ground here.
There's that jet motion again as McDonald airs it out up the seam. Got a completion to Hudkins, and Hudkins is down inside the 10. Big time pitch and catch. A gain of 39 yards from McDonald to Hudkins, and the Rangers are knocking on the doorstep once again.
What do I know?
Hudkins did not even have to stop his stride, running full speed. Ungst right there too. Perfectly thrown ball on the inside. Nice completion, knocking right on the door.
McDonald hands to Hartman. Hartman jumps through one tackle and is eventually brought down near the initial line of scrimmage. I believe the first Blue Devil in there was Braden Gruch and Connor Colano. And the Rangers quick snap it. And Hartman brought down right away once again. Abraham and Gruch teaming up to make the tackle. Brady Pretzloff was in there as well. And once again, Rangers are going quick, and this time they look over to the sideline for instructions.
They're getting the play call here. They're trying to set the defense up, maybe a pass to the inside.
We'll see here. They put Ryan in jet motion. McDonald keeps it on the quarterback keeper. He's tackled at the 1-inch yard line, or the 1-inch line. Brought down by Brady Pretzloff. And the Rangers have a decision here. The ball's at the 1-yard line.
I think it's an easy decision.
I think they're probably going to give this one to Hartman.
Yeah. You give it to Hartman, he gets his 3rd touchdown. Academic after that.
We'll see if the Blue Devils can make a stand here. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Richardson in motion. I bet it's going to his side, gentlemen. They're going to hand to Hartman. Early penetration by the Blue Devil defense, but Hartman does his thing and gets in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the evening, extending the Ranger lead to 32-0 over the Blue Devils. And as I said, watch where Richardson's going. The play is probably going to follow him.
And you can't do anything to stop it. It just doesn't matter. No, this. I mean, we're just showing in this game why Hartman has so many touchdowns on the season and how good of a team Forest Hills is. I mean, Gaylord, in terms of points, they are, in who's remaining, they have the 3rd highest points,
right.
4th highest points. I mean, Forest Hills, I mean, just so dominant right now in every way. I really, they're playing a pretty flawless game right now, Charles.
One of the things I did want to say is that Forest Hill is utilizing Richardson's size and his speed, his athleticism to perfection, using him as a lead blocker. That is, I mean, what kind of lead blocker do you have that's 6'3", probably 220 pounds, that, you know, is one of your fastest people on the field? And the crazy thing is he still a junior.
Right. And you got to give credit to the guys doing the dirty work up front for the Ranger offensive line. I mean, we talk about Richardson a lot because wherever he motions to or whatever side of the formation he goes to is typically where the Rangers go when they run the football. So you can see why Hartman has accrued so many touchdowns here in the playoffs, as now he has 9 touchdowns through 3 games.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can say about it. Following behind the guys up front, lead blocking makes it easy for you. But he's doing some work, too, especially on that 54-yard touchdown run. He broke some tackles on the way there.
I want to add in one more score. We'll push this to a running clock.
That's right. Moeller sends it away. It's bobbled, but eventually fielded by Hush. He's at the 25-yard line. Kind of squeaks out to the 27. The initial contact down there on special teams for the Rangers was Matt Sexton.
We got a flag on the play there too, Charles.
Yep. As we'll see what the penalty was. It looks like it's going to be a block in the back.
How often do you see the Blue Devils get out-physicaled this year?
Yep. Yeah, not often. I mean, maybe in the Kingsley game. I mean, but for the Rangers, I mean, they really, with that one loss to Byron Center, they've been the more physical team in pretty much every game, every time that they stepped out on the field.
And you got to look at who are these teams playing. I mean, Forest Hills is going against Division I and Division II downstate teams every single Friday. That's who they're scheming up against. They're scheming against some beasts. I mean, I don't want to downplay Gaylord's schedule as all, but you look at the teams they've played, they've had quite a bit of easier schedule this season.
Well, it's gut check time now for the Gaylord Blue Devils. 5 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. Onks is going to keep this run, running it into the weak side of the formation, and he's got about a 4-yard gain out to near the 14-yard line.
To put it in perspective, their one loss to Byron Center, that being, of course, their only loss in the year, Byron Center also only has one loss, and they are also playing today against East Lansing.
And Byron Center's Division I.
And Byron Center, well, once I find some, I can't give you all the answers right away.
We don't have all the answers to the test. As you know, right now the Blue Devils are just trying to find any answers right now against this Ranger defense. Onkston Company on 2nd and 6. He's going to hand off to Hush. Hush trying to string this one out wide. He breaks through 2 tackles and is eventually brought down by Hudkins and a swarm of other Rangers, but that will move the chains for Hush and the Blue Devils at the 20-yard line. So a nice play by Hush and the Blue Devils to move the chains.
There you go. You got to take the positive. They pick up a first down. Nice job, Gaylord. Clock's still running here at 4 minutes left. Oh, we got it on the screen. My bad.
4 minutes left for the Blue Devils. And right now, got to get something on the board. Got to establish your offense. And really right now just to feel positive about yourselves with some momentum going into the fourth quarter. They send 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Onks takes it. He gets the lead block from Ty Benzinger and puts his shoulder down. He's still on his feet, brought down at the 24-yard line for a gain of 4 yards on 1st and 10.
They are just still not airing it out. I think that's just showing how not confident Gaylord is in the pass.
Well, it might be that, but it also might be the respect that Gaylord has toward that coverage that Forest Hills has between Hudkins on the perimeter, not wanting to take a shot against a player with that good of ball skills in space.
Well, at this point, they might not have a choice.
Right.
I mean, they got to score quick.
Here's 2nd and 6. Ongst drops back to pass, looking to throw. Now he scrambles, waves for a receiver to come over. He breaks 1 tackle and stays on his feet, picks up about 3 yards as he just kind of made the most out of that play. Really good coverage downfield by Brendan Cargill to kind of cover up the Blue Devil routes deep down the field.
Byron Center right now appears as though they are Division II.
Okay.
Playing against East Lansing.
And on that play, they had Peel streaking. I thought Onks was going to give him an opportunity. If it would have been thrown in the right spot, possibly could have been completed, but good pressure right there forced Onks to be flushed out of the pocket.
Yeah, he pulled it down and gained about 3 yards and made the most of it for sure, Jack, as Onks looking to throw again. He's scrambling. Can he make something happen? Throws it deep down the field and incomplete. He was looking for Noah Vanderveer. Nice coverage on the play by Brady Drucke, and that'll bring up a 4th down for the Blue Devils.
It looks like they have their punt team going out there.
I mean, you kind of want to go out on your sword.
That's an opportunity, though. I mean, right there, that's a jump ball. If the ball was thrown a little more instead of behind Peel, a little more in front of Peel, he might have had a better opportunity right there. But still, I think that's an okay pass play right there by the Blue Devils.
That's the shot you want to take.
Even though it's incomplete, we still can see from right there that can be a completed pass.
Yeah.
So Byram back deep to send it away for the Blue Devils. This one is almost blocked. It gets off somehow, and it's a wobbling kick that's down at the Ranger 38-yard line. It was covered up by Roman Brummel. And I don't know how Connor Byram got that punt away, Jack. There was a man right in his face and hit Byram but didn't hit the ball, it looked like.
I'll tell you what, Trevor Williams is going to be getting dogged at film as well as probably at school for the next week for missing that block punt.
Well,
you were right there. I mean,
right.
Just tackle the punter at that point.
And I think he might have just had a little bit of nerves there before trying to go in to block the punt. I'm sure his teammates will be jokingly kind of pointing and making fun of him. But good job by Williams of doing everything but getting the blocked punt as the Rangers hand to Hartman up the middle. He picks his way across the 40-yard line, brought down by Brady Pretzoff at the Ranger 42 after a gain of 4 yards on 1st and 10.
Hartman is such a patient runner when he goes through that line. You see him kind of do some jump cuts, wiggle around, find an open space before he finally gets brought down. Other running backs, they just kind of go straight forward right into their offensive line. Hartman's kind of patient. It reminds me a little bit of Le'Veon Bell when he was still playing for Pittsburgh.
Reminds you of a lot of guys, doesn't he?
Yeah, also. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, yeah, we can go down the list.
Okay. Well, we can do that in the break. It's 2nd down and 5 for the Rangers. McDonald in the pistol. He's going to turn and hand to, that's a new running back, Micah Meadow. And he's got a first down out to midfield.
He had a fumble recovery.
Fumble recovery, I apologize, yeah. I even wrote it down.
So it looks like the Rangers are kind of swapping in some new personnel in the backfield as Meadow takes that handoff, gets out to midfield.
That's what it's all about when you're a starter. Rack up points, get a big lead. give time for those bench players to come in and have some fun.
Ball at midfield for McDonald and company. He's played a great game for the Rangers this evening. There's the handoff to Meadow. Meadow bounces left side, brought down by Brady Pretzloff and Vanderveer. And that's more than likely going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So in the third quarter frame, the Rangers add 14 points. And we're going to head for the fourth quarter here. Well, they might snap it, they might not. The offensive coordinator has taken his headset off, so I'm going to assume that they're going to take this one to the fourth quarter as well. When we come back, fourth quarter action between the Rangers and the Blue Devils on Next Level Broadcasting's affiliate coverage of the 2023 MHSAA Division III playoffs. We'll be back after this.
Twin Bay Docks' exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
All right, welcome back into high school football on Next Level Broadcasting in the presentation of the 2023 MHSAA playoffs. Charles Strail, Christian Twinsicki, and Jack Cordy here from Forest Hills Central High School as the Rangers have a 33-0 lead over the Gaylord Blue Devils as McDonald and company. He'll hand off to Meadow up the middle. Meadow with a burst down at the Blue Devil 32-yard line. And he picks up 14 yards on the carry, enough to move the chains once again for the Rangers.
Nice run right there as the Forest Hills coaching booth has cleared out.
Yeah, it looks like they're going down to the sidelines. They've done a very good job of play calling here, watching what the Blue Devils were doing defensively, and currently pitching a shutout. Still a goose egg on the board for the Blue Devils as the Rangers work from the Blue Devil 33-yard line. McDonald and company still moving the ball with relative ease as they motion one man across the formation. That's Matt Sexton. The handoff goes to Meadow, and he's stopped at the initial line of scrimmage.
Nice tackle there by Ty Benzinger.
Yeah,
off the edge.
The things here is Ranger fans are kind of starting to leak out and leave, and unfortunately for Blue Devil fans, they really can't leak out and leave.
Right. While we have an opportunity to thank some more of our friends, we want to tell you about Professional Seamless Gutters. Listen, your home gutters are always there when you need them to be, and so is our good friend and Gaylord native Orion Beningo. That's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters is fast and experienced, and we're going to tell you about them after this play. As the Rangers shift two men across the formation, McDonald hands to Meadow from the pistol formation. Meadow with a burst. He's at the 25. Nice play made by Caleb Onks to bring Meadow down. Let's see, where was I at? Our friends Orion Beningo at Professional Seamless Gutters. They have fast and experienced service and wait real-time quotes. Even better here, here's the kicker. They'll answer your phone call when you call them.
Whoa.
That's 989-619-3407. That's Professional Seamless Gutters and Orion Beningo.
Also, Orion will bring his super cute and loyal dog, Chewy. Even if you don't want gutters done, it's worth it to check out the dog.
Here we go, a 3rd and 3 for the Rangers. Looking over to the sideline for some directions. And a timeout taken. And as they take a timeout, we're going to do some more advertising.
Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your gateway to northern Michigan. Now is your time to fly, TVC. TVC Airport will also get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com. Along with that, the season's changed, and we're in the middle of the changing of season right now. The leaves are falling off, Jack. I'm sure you're happy that you're raking leaves and doing stuff.
I have not done any leaf raking, but I am getting ready to do a lot of shoveling. I'm excited.
Well, the chores never stop. It's time to gear up for fall with the John Deere compact tractor from Hudson.
Oh, yes.
Plenty of inventory and thousands in savings. You like savings? A John Deere compact tractor from Hudson. Your fall chores just got easier. See for yourself at HudsonInc.com.
Buy yourself a tractor. You got something to do all fall, Christian, just like you said.
Yeah, man. You know, we're left to our own devices here as Charles Strail ran out of the building here as Micah Meadow is brought down at the line of scrimmage. He's going to bring up 4th down here.
I think they're going to go for it, too, with their second stringers in the game. Yet they still have McDonald in at quarterback.
It looked as though that was Pretzloff on the tackle. That brings his tackle total up to 6 on the night. I'm sure he's enjoying his success out there, however, not enjoying the defense's success or the team's success overall.
And how far down can they run this clock here, Christian, on this possession? 4th down, going for it here. If they pick it up, we'll see how much more time is left. 8 seconds left on the play clock.
As motion here, Micah Meadow in the backfield of the pistol gets the handoff, and he's going to get brought down once again at the line of scrimmage. Going to be turnover on downs here for the Rangers. Blue Devils will get the ball here.
That's just Benzinger blitzing off the edge right there. That's twice on that possession he did that. Able to force a turnover on downs.
New to Gaylord is Rafi's Hibachi and Sushi Bar.
Oh, yeah. What's the fortune for the night, Christian?
We'll get there later.
Okay.
Located on Main Street, next to the Chocolate House, you'll find cultural cuisine that truly brings a different taste and a different experience to dining out in Gaylord. We love them here at Next Level Broadcasting, but don't just take our word for it. See and taste for yourself at Rafi's Hibachi and Sushi Bar.
We're going to have to find a hibachi and sushi bar down here in the Grand Rapids area to check out after the game tonight.
I've got a plug on it.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that.
My plug's to my left.
And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that fortune of the night, Christian, when we come back after the Blue Devils have it 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Ongston, a gun 2 back formation. He's going to keep it, run the option, fake pitch it. He makes one man miss, cuts up the field, and is out across the 40-yard line. Nice gain of about 13 yards on 1st and 10 for Caleb Ongst and company.
I could do the fortune right now. I've got a cookie ready.
Well, while we have some time, let's hit us with that Rafi Hibachi and Sushi Bar fortune cookie line of the night.
All right. Punctuality is the politeness of kings and the duty of gentle people everywhere.
We heard it here first. Right there, that's the Rafi Hibachi and Sushi Bar fortune of the night. As Caleb Ongst keeps it, running the option again, puts his foot in the ground, makes one cut back across the field, across midfield. Ongst eventually brought down at the Ranger 47-yard line. Tackle made by Matthew Geib. A pickup of 14 yards for Ongst and the Blue Devils. Gets it down to the 35-yard line.
He does not want to pitch that ball.
One of the things I do want to say, and this is just a quick side note, actually, the field is somewhat confusing because I've watched enough football on TV in my day where you see the different colored lines go across the yard markers, and it actually makes me think it's something else with regards to the football game. Just my side note.
And there's a handoff. That's Benzinger on the carry. He gets back to the initial line of scrimmage. First collision was made, and eventually Benzinger was brought down by Trevor Williams.
Good pursuit by the Rangers there as Benzinger, when he got to the edge, he's one of the speed guys that the Blue Devils have, however, just unable to get by the arm tackle there.
Trevor Williams, a fan favorite over here. Big cheer from the crowd. When they
I would say Trevor Williams probably has the most tickets of people in attendance tonight for the Rangers as Ongst drops back to pass. Everything's covered up, so he's going to take it, and he's throwing now on the one. Got a post route to Pretzloff, and it's dropped at the 2-yard line. Unable to reel it in was Brady Pretzloff. Ongst put some air underneath that one, and it was a nice-looking ball. Unable to be brought down, though, by Brady Pretzloff, so it'll be a 3rd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
That is so unfortunate. We've been waiting for it all season. They go on a deep pass to Pretzloff from Ongst. Dropped. That is killer.
Yeah, it's
very unfortunate, but that play was there. The play was there.
Very, very unfortunate for the Blue Devils. Fortunately, though, it didn't come in a very, very close game as it is 33-0. But you do want to see them able to make some plays here, and that one was just unable to be brought down by Pretzloff.
I say go right back to it.
As a penalty marker is thrown, and it will be against the Blue Devils, who will back them up 5 yards. One thing I do want to make note of there, Jack, was Caleb Ongst was able to step up in the pocket and buy himself a little bit more time, and that was a very accurately thrown ball, especially with him being on the move like that.
Yep.
You can't fault Ongst for putting that one out there. Here's 3rd and 15. Ongst keeping it, pitching it to Benzinger. Benzinger working across the field. He's got a Blue Devil first down, brought down at the Ranger 31-yard line. Tackle made by Naveen Ram. And Benzinger picks up 17 yards and has enough for a Blue Devil first down.
You got that stiff arm on the end there, too. Nice run by Benzinger.
Overall, there's not really a whole lot left to say about what Forest Hill has been able to do here on defense. I know a lot of their starters have come out as
we work with just over 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Caleb Ongst looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Puts a foot in the ground, makes one man miss. Juke move. He's at the 10, kind of fumbles, or not fumbles, but trips up and is brought down at the 10-yard line.
It's too bad. It's going to come back here, Charles. They're going to got to hold on Gaylord.
Yeah. Turf Monster's really getting the best of some of these players out here today.
We saw Ongst go down there. We also saw Max Richardson kind of get tripped up earlier in the game as he was running a little wheel route on the sideline as the Blue Devils are brought back 10 yards from, well, the holding brings them back. They're going to spot this ball at the, let's see here, Jack.
They haven't marked it yet.
It'll be the 42-yard line?
I think so.
So the Blue Devils get pushed back to the 42 while they reset the ball. We're going to tell you about Twin Bay Docks. Listen, attention, all water lovers, whether you're in Gaylord or in Grand Rapids, Twin Bay Docks is Northern Michigan's gold standard for your lakeside access. With a patented vinyl design, Twin Bay Docks makes living life on the water easy. As Ongst with all day to throw, he's looking, continuing to look.
He's got Benzinger wide open.
That's a pass down the far sideline, coming back for it. Intended for, I don't know if it was Benzinger. I think it might have been.
That was going to Pretzlov on the right side. That was my mistake. He had Benzinger streaking open on the left.
It was intended. Well, the pass was thrown in the area of Brady Pretzloff, and this is going to be a pass interference against the Rangers. So Ongst able to buy a lot of time back there in the pocket, made one man miss, stepped up into that throw, and the Blue Devils looks like they're going to be accepting this penalty against the Rangers.
Gives them a fresh set of downs, too. As the Blue Devils looking to score for the first time in this game with under 6 to go.
15-yard penalty puts the ball at the Ranger 27-yard line. Ongst with the three-man backfield, hands off to Hush on the right side. And Hush has a first down for the Blue Devils down inside the 20. So Blue
all pride now for the Blue Devils.
That's what I was just going to say. You know, everything that the Blue Devils are able to put on the scoreboard will probably be cosmetics at this point in time, but able to put some points up there is strictly a pride thing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for the seniors and the seniors that have led to the development of this program. And for the Rangers, we're going to talk about who they'll be facing next week in the Division III semifinal game.
Well, that game is still going on right now between Byron Center and East Lansing. I don't have a live score for you yet because I do not have a subscription to
Okay,
NFHS.
we'll
However, it's going to be a very solid game for next week.
As Ty Benziger put the ball inside the 10-yard line on that
He was
handoff.
able to pick up that first down too, Charles.
Yep. So it's to be a first and goal for the Blue Devils here, the first and goal they've had of this evening. And we'll see if they can put some points on the board here with just under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Pretzloff to the near side of the screen. Ongst turns and hands. That's a handoff to Hush on the counter, and Hush is in for 6. Blue Devils on the board from 7 yards out as Riley Hush and the Blue Devils punch it in for 6 points. That was nice to see. Nice little counter play there for the Blue Devils. Jack, and the senior Hush pays it off.
Nice job, Hush. As you said, the senior getting a touchdown to get rid of that goose egg. Trucking his own guy, Brady Pretzlav, on the way. Connor Byram, let's knock this through. Let's go. Vanderveer to hold, Chandler to snap, as they've done all season.
And looks like a little movement on the far side of the line, but Byram puts it through the uprights, and the Blue Devils tack on the point after, as it's now 33-7. And as we're checking in here, we have we're going to get an update on the Byron Center versus East Lansing game. We're going to send it over to Christian. What's the update?
I mean, East Lansing is up 21-20 right now against Byron Center. In Byron Center, by the way, as Byron Center right now marching down the field with 11:33 to go in, try and provide updates throughout.
So
however.
that's the Division 2.
That is Division.
Let's go ahead and pull up that Division 3 bracket between Parma Western and the other side of the bracket,
Zeeland West.
Zeeland West. See if we can get a score update on that one if they're indeed playing tonight. Our producers telling us that they play tomorrow. So the Forest Hills Central Rangers will be taking on the winner of that Parma Western and Zeeland West game tomorrow to determine who plays in the state semifinal game with an opportunity win. And you go to Ford Field over Thanksgiving weekend. Byram and the Blue Devils sending it away from their own 40. This one's going to be fielded by Cargill at his 20-yard line. Cargill with a head of steam out to the 34-yard line. The return of 14 yards for Cargill and the Rangers. We might see some personnel change here on this offensive possession for the Rangers, as a lot of their starters looks like they're getting handshakes and kudos and good games on the sideline.
I was going to say, I think we saw that in the last drive already, was the Rangers substituting all their starters, getting the guys that don't get a lot of experience in.
Yeah, I see the interior of that Ranger offensive lineman, the combination of Quinlan Sutherland and Connor DiLorenzo just kind of over here chatting it up on the sideline, talking with Richardson and McDonald. Also, Lucas Fours over there as well. The handoff to the backup running back here. Backup quarterback in for the Rangers as well. That is Nick Williams. Nick Williams, the sophomore.
Nick Williams in our roster sheet listed as a wide receiver as well. Is another quarterback listed on our roster sheet here. That is Max Holzer, number 8. I think I saw him on the sidelines, though, in street clothes.
Well, maybe next week when they play the winner of Zeeland West and Parma Western, he might be out there on the field with his teammates. This time we've got a 2nd and 11 now for Williams and the Rangers, and he is going to turn and hand off to the running back. Brought down first by, looked like it was.
That was Keaton Abraham in the middle there.
Abraham once again. Believe he's leading the Blue Devils in tackles this evening. Abraham making a lot of plays for the Blue Devils up the middle and on the perimeter as well, as it's a 3rd and 9 for the Rangers with 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
Overall, as the season comes down to an end, you can see this as a successful season for the Blue Devils. Their first division title since 2002. Unfortunately, unable to break the best record they've ever had. However, you can't look at this season as a complete loss. Overall, add some hardware to the trophy case. Seniors got to have an excellent senior season. And for the Blue Devils, a lot of returning players that I think that they can look forward to. Colin Peel being one of them. Noah Vanderveer. Isaac Collins, just a few names that we've mentioned over the course of the season.
Biggest returning, obviously the Ranger season will continue, but the biggest returning senior next year for the Rangers, I mean, you're looking at number 7 and Max Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Wouldn't want to be in his way.
Keaton
next
Abraham,
year.
also another returning player for the Blue Devils next
the leading
year.
tackler on the evening for the Blue Devils, and Abraham will be back in blue and gold next season as the Rangers hand this one off. A gang tackle made by much of that Blue Devil defensive line. Jack, did you see who the first Blue Devil in there on the tackle was?
They were in the right away. I couldn't tell, but we are going to award it to, who's that on the far right side? Is that Collins?
I think it was either Collins.
It's Isaac Collins.
That is good. We're going to award it to Isaac Collins. So nice job coming off the edge there.
So 4th and 18, Blue Devils send Caleb Onks back deep. He stands at his own 43-yard line. Forest Hills really using as much clock as possible here. Punt is away. Wobbly kick fielded by Ongst at his 42. Ongst makes it across midfield to the 49-yard line for a 9-yard punt return. And the Blue Devils will set up shop just into Ranger territory here with 1 minute, 43 seconds to go. Well, while we have a moment here as the teams trot out their offense and defensive personnel, we want to thank all of our sponsors once more again tonight for making this game possible. All our sponsors coming from up in the Gaylord area: Twin Bay Docks, Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar, Hudson John Deere, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Professional Seamless Gutters, Golf Gaylord, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, and the Gaylord Eye Care Center for bringing this game to you wherever you're watching from. Thank you for making us a part of your Veterans Day Friday night. We do want to pay homage to all those veterans who have fought and served for our country on this Veterans Day, and it's just an honor that these young men had the opportunity to play football.
Fumble.
And
Forest
it's a
Hills
fumble
ball.
recovered by the Forest Hills Rangers at midfield. Big number 76, that's Ford Fawson, who comes out of there with it. And just as I was saying, the opportunity for these young men to play football enabled by all those who have fought and served in our military. So shout out to all of our veterans today, both former veterans, current veterans, those serving domestically and abroad, for making everything that we do here domestically possible. That's more than likely going to do it here, as Forest Hills looks like they're bringing out their take a knee package, as I see Richardson coming back in.
I want to talk about these Gaylord seniors, Charles.
Yeah, go ahead.
While this will be the last time all these seniors play, who will not be going to the next level. First, at number 1, the quarterback, Caleb Ongst, played great all season at quarterback for the Blue Devils. Another guy, Russell Hush, number 7. He was clutch, had big touchdowns for the Blue Devils all season, had interceptions. He helped carry the load. He was one of the 2 guys. The other guy, of course, number 11, Ty Benzinger, between him and Hush, really carried the load offensively for Gaylord.
I have one shout I want to make too, Jack. 77, Connor Colano. I know that he played a heck of a game and a heck of a season all season at right tackle. I want to give a shout out to Connor for doing his thing as a leader. He was the homecoming king, so no question he was one of the leaders of this team as well.
Yep, and I'm going to go through. I'm going to do all the seniors here
Sure.
too, Charles. We've also got a guy, didn't come on the field a lot, but he had a big kick return, I know, for Gaylord. That's James Kashoniak. Another guy played really good defensively for Gaylord all year, Carter Sitz. Another guy led the way blocking as well as defensively for Gaylord, Riley Hush. Another guy, Logan Wolf, played good for Gaylord. Of course, the guy who's committed, I believe the only guy as of now who's going to keep playing his first football career, Brady Pretzlav. We got Landon Smith as well, Mason Davis, Simon Rao, Gage Smith, Carson Van Luchin. As you talked about, Connor Colano in the middle doing a great job. And the final senior rounding out the lineup is Dylan Boucher. All seniors had a great season for Gaylord. We loved watching you guys. It was a privilege calling your games. A very exciting season. Tied the win record for Gaylord. Unfortunately, came up against Short. I don't think you have anything to hang your hats against. Forest Hill Central was the better team. They showed that tonight. Gaylord, an incredible, exciting season. Nothing to be upset about.
So as the teams shake hands here at midfield, the Forest Hills Central Rangers advance to take on the winner of Zeeland West and Parma Western. That game will be played tomorrow. The 2 teams will match up in the State Division III semifinal game with an opportunity to go to Ford Field. Jack, as you just kind of summarized, the Blue Devils had a great season, unfortunately. Just didn't quite have enough gas tonight, ran up into a team that was clicking on all cylinders in the Forest Hills Central Rangers. Christian, what do the Rangers need to do to keep this thing rolling?
Exactly what they did today. Play, near perfect offense with all the starters that they had. The defense looked excellent. Looking forward to who they will have next week. We will find out tomorrow. Obviously, everyone will find out tomorrow. The Rangers, they played very well today. The toughest team that the Blue Devils have played all year. And by far, I think that's without question, as they clicked in every facet with running, throwing, defense, special teams.
Yeah.
The whole 9 yards.
Well, for everyone here at Next Level Broadcasting's affiliate production of the MHSAA 2023 Division III playoffs, we thank you for making us a part of your Friday night, from our family to yours on this Veterans Day. For our crew here, but from Jack Cordy, Christian Swinsicki, Zach Perry, Austin Mong, Nick Wenzel, John Strail, myself, Charles Strail, we thank you for making us a part of your Friday football evening. Have a great rest of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. The winner here tonight, Forest Hills Central Rangers, advancing to the Division III state semifinals next week. Congratulations to the Forest Hills Rangers. Gaylord, great season. Thank you to everyone tuning in. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a Next Level Broadcasting production. Have a great rest of your evening.
Today's game is brought to you by Professional Seamless Gutters, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, Twin Bay Docks, John Deere Hudson, and Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.